Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy summer.
Summer is here.
Happy summer. We got through it.
Summer is here.
I know the heat is dangerous for certain people. I want to respect that. I get it. If you're working outdoors, be careful.
So
If seniors who are neighbors, check in, make sure everything's good.
No,
but for the
seriously.
rest of you, I don't want to hear a single complaint this week.
Oh.
I don't want to hear anything about the warmth. I don't want to hear anything about the heat. I don't want to hear nothing.
I'm fine with it.
Nothing.
If it's
I'm
too
fine.
hot, you can have at it. Any extremes. When we had 50 centimeters of snow outside, you have the right to complain. You can love winter, but hate 50 centimeters of snow and extreme cold in your face.
Your car were not for Jordy, not the hero we wanted, but the hero we need.
You're right.
We needed.
When you're
Your
right.
car would still be stuck in 50 centimeters of snow around the corner from
You're
this
right.
building.
You're
I don't want to
right.
hear complaints, nothing.
You're right.
This is where it's at, Jack. I don't want to hear, oh, I like the autumn. I like sweater weather. I don't want,
Yes.
no, we're not
Yes.
playing that.
Yes.
This is going to be dictatorship today.
No.
Heat is awesome. Snow is awful. Chilliness, not great. Because it was kind of like that over the weekend.
I did enjoy it. You just needed more layers. Anything too hot, anything too cold is called what? Extreme weather. Who likes extremes?
Nobody likes extreme.
Nobody likes extremes.
But I also remember I will never forget the winter ever.
I know.
Ever.
This was extra hard.
When it shows up like this, I'm all for it. One quick news item from yesterday. I know this hit you
time.
in a big way.
Mm-hmm.
It's big, and it probably didn't get the play it deserved because there's a lot going on in the country
agree.
right now. Canada yesterday laid out rules for a plastics ban. So they're looking long term on this. Federal government says only 8% of plastic we throw away actually gets recycled. That's not a good number.
Shocking.
43,000 tons of single-use plastics a year find their way into the environment, most notably in waterways. Things like single-use plastic bags, cutlery. Man, I have way too much cutlery. I say straws, stir sticks, a bunch of stuff. The ban on the sale in 2023. That's when it begins. The ban on export is in 2025. Big picture, D, do you think this helps? Do you think this is going to work?
Okay, every little bit helps. I hate when people say this isn't going to cut it. It's a step, and we got to make more steps, larger steps in the right direction. Europe way ahead of us. France did this a year ago. What this means is we all have to think more proactively as to what to do. If you don't have those 5-cloth collapsible bags to go to the grocery store, buy them. Make it a thing. A habit takes a while to form. Get yourself started. And I think during the pandemic, what happened was, less people traveled. There was less pollution that way. You saw some animals go back into the natural habitat. But we also did a lot more online shopping that came with a lot of extra plastic wrapped around it. So I think we have to balance this out. We need to do this for our kids, for the planet, for the animals. And I say it's about time. But we do need people to help navigate in terms of how, because we're creatures of habit. And we get used to, like, the 80s was all about excess. Whatever you can make that was easy, big mistake, which we learned environmentally. So we all have to work, and small businesses like myself and big ones need to do better. I have a clean beauty brand. Why? I want to make sure we put good stuff in our bodies and we wrap it in eco-friendly packaging. Other businesses need to follow suit and lead the way because every little step does count. I think that's awesome.
Here, D. I don't want to hear the complaining about the heat necessarily today, but I will always hear that the environment is kind of important.